Hi folks, Outlaw Shaver here, and today, kind of something a little special, at least it is to me. Tonight I'm going to be shaving with a Gillette Knack, and code on this is M4, so that would have been the fourth quarter of 1967. And I got this off of eBay. And they had just, basically they put it in with one picture listing, just like this. And that's about all the detail that I got. So I kind of threw a bid in on it. And ended up, when it got here, the booklet is in it, all intact. It looks phenomenal. I mean, it's nice. It's very nice condition. Has the original blade bank with one blade in it. Now these came with two blades. So upon opening the doors, I find the other blade is in it, but unused. So, in the best of my guess, that this razor has never been used. And I was showing this to Mark Hutchinson the other day when we were on video chat together. And I was telling him that I had mixed emotions about breaking into what you would call a brand new razor that had never been used, being of that age. But you know, I got to thinking about it, and I bought it because I wanted to use one. So here I am with it. But I'm not going to go ahead and use the Gillette blade. I might save that for another occasion. What I'm going to be using tonight is a Super Plus Platinum. See if you can see that there. And that is made by Crystal, or in other words, what we might know as the Israeli Persona Blue. They don't call it as such. They have a few different brand names that razor actually gets sold under, and one of them is Studio 35, which is sold by Walgreens and a few other places, I believe. But I think Walgreens may have the exclusive on that name, but Studio 35 is the same as a Crystal blade. But these were branded as Crystals, and that was one of the very first drugstore available blades that I got a hold of that I actually enjoyed. I had tried the Vonderhagen and maybe even some of the Dorco blades, things like that you get at the Dollar General. Where I live, things are pretty limited, so the internet and eBay opens up quite a large realm of availability on different razor blades to try. But having said that, this was one of the very first blades that I actually got a hold of and I enjoyed, so I've always loved them. I read originally on the back of the package that they were made in Israel, so I got to researching it, and lo and behold, this is the very same blade. Anyway, that's all that tonight. So, another little treat tonight. Give me just a moment. And I'm back, and I don't edit, so hope you all enjoyed the break. Tonight is a new release, Bonnie and Clyde. And forgive my lack of preparation. I just got home not too long ago, and I'm whooped from picking watermelons. So anyway, the scent profile on Bonnie and Clyde is leather, campfire, and wild honey. And each one of those ingredients has a little bit of meaning to the two characters that it represents. This soap is dedicated to a good friend, Nathan Herrera. And he lives up in New York. Fantastic gentleman, has a business of his own in car detailing. And he's been quite a success at that, from what I understand. And it's from his hard work and good ethics. Anyway, we were discussing different scents, and he said there was a few things that he liked, like leather and something smoky. So we put this together. He requested Bonnie and Clyde, so we added a little bit of the wild honey in there for the Bonnie part of the Clyde. All right, so I've taken a little bit, and about the size of a pea, maybe a peanut. I'm using a little bit bigger brush tonight, so just a little dab bigger. And what would a fragrance with honey in it be without using a Razorock Beehive? So this is the brush we'll be using tonight. And might as well go ahead and get started. And this really smells good. It's a different thing. If some people may not like it, I don't know. But to me, it's got, it's a kind of a smoky, it's smoky and sweet. You can definitely smell the honey in it, and at times I get a little bit of flash on it that smells like honey mead, if that makes any sense. You know, I don't know if all of you know what mead is. I'm sure most of you do, but it is actually a liquor, a drink, an alcoholic drink that is made with honey fermentation. So I like the smell of it. Nathan, I think your suggestion on it was good, and I hope you enjoy it when you get hold of some. I think we're about there. Got a pretty good bunch in the knot. Now this brush, I ordered it. I'm used to using these little small brushes, so when I got a hold of this thing, it was like, good grief, you know, where did all that hair come from? And I have to say that this thing is just all over my face. So it really doesn't take much to get your face covered with it. Leather everywhere. Now, from what I understand, Stephen Keir is going to be having a live show tomorrow, and I do sincerely hope that I get the opportunity to tune into that. He's attempted this for a few different weeks, and he's come down with the Darth Vader syndrome, you know, that croak in the throat. It was kind of fun to see him cutting up on one of his videos there with it. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got in store on a live shave. Unfortunately, I'm not that educated yet to figure out how to put my videos up on live things, so I barely can't even get around to the idea of maybe wanting to edit them. So here we go. Okay, right out of the gate, I'm going to say that this is just a little bit more efficient than a standard super speed. I do like the long handle on it. It seems to have a pretty nice balance. The head seems to tip in just a little bit more into your face, into your skin, so I would say go a little bit, if you end up getting one, go a little bit lightly with it to begin with. Just don't put any pressure into your face. Just let it rest on it. And glide across. I'm just barely touching it. There's first pass. Now Nathan and I have been talking about a lot of different things, you know. Many of them just about life, about hard work, about getting a hold of a dream and an idea and going with it, you know. But it takes dedication and hard work to take a dream and turn it into something that's satisfying, even if it's never profitable, to bring it to the satisfaction where you know that personally you are a success, whether you ever make a dime on it or not. That is what success is. When you know that you've accomplished something that gives you personal satisfaction and a feeling of worth. So Nathan, this is all for you, this scent, and I really appreciate the friendship and the talks that we've had about family and other things in life. Needs a little water. Now these crystal blades, how to describe them? They're very efficient. They're not I don't know, they seem to be very sharp. Not the smoothest blade, but sometimes the sharpness translates to smoothness because it gets the job done and you don't have to work at it as hard or repeat your strokes as much. I will have to say, in some razors, I have gotten just a little irritation from them sometimes. And since that time, I have tried other blades that seem to work a little better for me, but one blade that's very comparable that actually I think is just a little bit better in the smoothness department is the Persona Red, Israeli Red, as some may know it. I think if I had to choose one or the other, I would probably choose the Persona Red, if that's all I could have between the two. But being made in the same factory and same kind of quality, and they serve a little different purpose for whatever your skin and hair type is. I would say the Crystal is a very, very, very fine blade. Does an excellent job. It was one of the first blades that I did use that kept me from having irritation. We'll go one more round here. Something I've been trying recently is just putting just a little bit more water and thinning the soap down toward the later passes. It seems to be pretty effective for getting just a little bit closer in the shave. Say on my final pass against the growth. Nathan, I believe you're going to like this. It has just a sweet, smoky scent to it. I'm sure, certainly not for everyone. But if you've ever smelled a smoky birch, and like it, then I would say you'll like it. Now, some of the guys on Badger and Blade have been talking about how moisturizing the soap is. And a few of them have been doing exactly this. Whatever's left is what's left. And just rub it in. And they say it acts as a very, very nice moisturizer. And it ought to. I mean, there should be nothing in there to irritate the face to leave it on. It's got oils and glycerins and things like that in it, so it ought to keep your face pretty moist. Anyway, so that was our shave tonight. Now I'm also happy to introduce the fact that all of the new batches and releases going forward, or rebatches of things that run out in stock, are going to have this nice plastic type polymer waterproof label. No longer will be affected by the water. You can get them as wet as you want and they're permanent. So there have been some requests about that, so I'm happy to announce that I've got that implemented now, and everything going forward will be waterproof labels. One other thing that is kind of on the mind, there's been some requests for aftershave, maybe pre-shaves, and I might have explained this before, but the consensus is that the soaps are slick enough that pre-shave is not necessarily needed, unless you just want to do that. If it makes you feel like you get a better shave, then by all means. A lot of the guys have not been using aftershaves afterward because they like the scent. It's strong enough. It stays with them for a good amount of time. Plus, the moisturizing benefit keeps them from needing a balm. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, what do we need? Do I really need to add a redundant product to the list of things to buy just for the sake of getting another dime? And I couldn't justify that. But the idea came and has been well supported about having a solid cologne. Something that would just give you more of whatever great scent that you enjoy in the soap itself. And I think we'll be implementing that pretty soon. I'm looking at how I want to package it and what makes it convenient for everyone as well as affordable. And I'm working on the ingredients right now and the little goodies that I plan on putting in it that actually will be considered a skin food. I'm tossing the idea around about several different things, but there's some oils that are beneficial to the skin that would make it a double plus. It would be a great scent that will last a long time because it's not alcohol based, and it sticks with you quite a bit longer, as well as the oils that are in it will actually have a benefit on the skin. So anyway, that's it for tonight, and I thank you for joining me. Hope all of you have a great and wonderful weekend. If you're having to work on Columbus Day, then like me, then I hope you have a great day at work. And if you don't, I hope you enjoy your vacation. So God bless you all, and we'll see you all on the next go around.